Let me tell you about a game that died before it even started. You may have heard about this game. This game is called Hello Neighbor. And I'm going to tell you why did it fail when it came out. Or you may be asking, no, it didn't fail. It was really good. But there was more behind it. And I'm going to tell you, it was going to be better. See, Hello Neighbor released many versions of their game before they actually released the actual game. They made alphas and betas. And out of all of the alphas and betas, there is two that are my favorite and have the most nostalgia. These two are Hello Neighbor Pre-Alpha and Hello Neighbor Alpha 1. Let's get into it. So, as you may know, everyone has seen what Hello Neighbor looks like, but it was going to look a lot different before it actually came out. You see, if you go on Xbox right now, or at any time, hopefully, if you click on Hello Neighbor, there's a trailer. I'm going to show you part of the trailer to save time, but here is what it looks like. Now, as you may know, that looks extremely different than what the game actually would have looked like. But something changed. And something at Dynamic Pixels and Tiny Build Studios decided we're going to change the game. And as of right now, I am not happy how the game has ended up. The game looks cartoonish and not scary, but some argue it looks scary. It looks scary now, but before that cartoony look, it looked way more horrifying. The storyline was way better. A person who hit his family and killed someone, probably all gone and erased, with confusing puzzles and a stupid game with a cartoonish look instead of a horrifying close quarters, running through corridors, someone's house, being chased by a shark upstairs, replaced with cartoonish slop with endless puzzles. You tell me what sounds scarier, cartoonish game or whatever I just said. Here's what the new game looks like. Now, I have played Hello Neighbor and I've beaten it. It's taken me probably ever since 2018 for me to finish the game. I lost energy and I've given up when I was very young. But now, I changed my mind and I played and I finally beat Hello Neighbor. But, have you ever went to the first stage? Have you ever noticed something? It looks familiar. It looks similar to one of the other games. The layout to the house looks similar to one of their old games. See, I have never noticed until a couple of days ago that the house from Stage 1/Act 1 is the same house design from the one from Alpha 2. But Alpha 2 is the game that technically ruined Hello Neighbor and demised it entirely when they switched to cartoony with a cartoon art style. Also, the gameplay for Hello Neighbor is terrible. The new one, it's terrible. Like, full release game, terrible. Second game, terrible. Alpha free, no, sorry. The new game, Hello Neighbor Free, that is coming out soon, I do not look happy for. Some of you probably like, I don't want to watch Hello Neighbor. It's going to be way more scarier. I got you. There are 2 people that I would recommend watching old videos of Hello Neighbor with. Dennis Daly and Annoying Orange. Now, Hello Neighbor full release has some nostalgia to it. That cartoony look with the crazy mechanics and glitches. All those mod videos. I remember watching as a kid, but Hello Neighbor just would have looked better and stuff with all of those old and creepy mechanics and artwork, but it changed. And I have a solution. There are many modders, many people in Hello Neighbor community that like to dedicate their lives to building a good Hello Neighbor game that people have asked for. And by the way, Hello Neighbor was going to take place in modern day. There were some early concepts and some old footage from 2014, 11 years ago, that the Hello Neighbor game was going to look a lot more weirder and have a lot more crazy mechanics. And the Hello Neighbor was going to be a lot more smarter. It's pretty crazy, right? Well, not as crazy on what Honeydale promised to us and lied. A game where it'd be very creepy, action-packed game, and a neighbor that got smarter and smarter by every choice he took. Now, there's a video by a dude that has the title "What Went Wrong to Hello Neighbor," pretty much, and he explained a couple of good keys that proves why my point is correct. First of all, when you really start to get at the the windmill, it just the neighbors pretty much can't get you. Okay, you're too good at the game. The neighbor's too dumb to get you, pretty much. So at this point, later on in the game, the neighbor pretty much becomes an annoyance instead of a creepy man. It's if you turn a corner, he's there. Pretty scary, right? But later on, it just dives down and dives down. At the point, it's just not even scary anymore. Hello Neighbor could have been a lot more better. And if you agree with me, thank you. Thank you for supporting my theory. Not my theory, my, I don't even know what to say, point of view. Okay, my perspective on Hello Neighbor, a game that could have been a lot more better when it came out, but it didn't. The game has some good storyline, but it's not good. It's terrible. It's slop. I hate it. I do not like it. I already told you this, but people in the community have made early. Actually, I didn't tell you this yet. Remember that first trailer I showed you? And guess what? That is the prototype. Hello Neighbor prototype. That's its official name. But guess what? TinyBuild and Dynamic Pixels have never released the full version of the Hello Neighbor prototype. It's never been released to the public. But guess what? People have able to find files and make their own version of Hello Neighbor prototype. I own 2, probably the most popular ones. You can find them on Game Jolt. I highly recommend downloading them and giving them a try. Hello Neighbor was going to be a lot more scary and a lot more terrifying. I'm Maxwell Stabell / Max the Big Mac 23. Thanks for stopping by. Out.